Years ago, on a beautiful Friday afternoon in late June, the doctor called to tell me I had breast cancer. And in that instant, my life changed forever. Ahead, there were all sorts of tough decisions to be made. There was the pain and exhaustion of treatment to get through. And there was the terrible, debilitating fear of what was ahead for me and for my family. It was an unbelievably difficult time. And all through it, I kept wondering, so when do I get my life back? You know that place where you're safe and happy and confident about the future, that place where everything felt okay. When was I going to get that back? It turns out the answer is never. It turns out there are things that happen to us in this life that change our lives forever. They come at us from out of nowhere, and there is no going back. Maybe something like that has happened to you. One minute, everything's fine. Your life is going well. And the next minute, your life is broken, out of control, and you have no idea how you're ever going to get back to normal again. Maybe someone did something terrible to you. Someone lied to you, cheated you, betrayed you, wronged you, shunned you, or left you. On the other hand, maybe it was the other way around. Maybe you were the one who did something unforgivable to someone else, something that you deeply, deeply regret, something you wish you could take back, but you know you can't. Maybe you experienced a traumatic event, something that came out of nowhere to upend your life and to break your spirit. Whatever it was, there are things that happen to us in this life that are so powerful, so hurtful, so wounding. They can keep us trapped in the past, in the old story of this is what happened. The story we keep repeating to ourselves. It's like we're watching an old movie where the characters are all the same, the dialogue's the same, the plot is the same, our role is the same, and the emotions are the same. And every time we tell that old story, we experience the same old pain, the same old fear, the same old grief, the same old guilt, the same old shame. It's those old stories that keep us stuck in the pain and the fear of the past. And while we can't change what happened to us in the past, and we can't go back to that life we had before, what we can do is change what we tell ourselves about what happened, the old story. We can reframe that old story in a way that calms and soothes those difficult emotions and brings some peace back into our hearts. Or we can stop focusing on that old story altogether. We can stop looking back at what we can't change, and we can start looking ahead to what we can change, our future. And to make that switch from past to future, all we have to do is change our focus. It's really that simple. By changing what we focus on, we can actually change our future. And in time, we can actually change our life. You know, when they're teaching race car drivers to drive, they tell them in order to keep yourself on track and heading in the right direction, all you have to do is turn and look in the direction you want to go. Because when you turn your head to look in that direction, the direction you want to go, the race car will follow. Think of it, when you turn your head, your body turns, you automatically turn that steering wheel and the car will follow. You know, that machine, that car is an extension of us, so we can control its movements with our intention. As Alan Berg, one of Canada's top racing professionals writes, and I love this, quote, "Your race car will go where you are looking." So make sure you're looking at the right places. Never look where you don't want to go. I love that. And I think it's exactly the same for our lives. Such a great parallel. If you're struggling to leave behind a difficult past, if you're heading into what feels like the wrong direction of your life ahead, or if you feel stuck and don't have any idea what to do next, just stop. Ask yourself, where is it I want to go next with my life? What's my next step? And in the future, what's my destination? When you decide on what you want to do next, simply turn your gaze away from what you don't want and start looking at what you do want. Then focus on it as if your life depends on it, because you know what? In many ways, it does. Imagine how it's going to feel to be living the life you have always dreamed of. Really visualize it, how it's going to look, sound, taste, smell. Close your eyes and imagine how you will feel in that future moment. Inhale deeply, breathe it in. Imagine how the freedom of moving past your past fears and anxiety and the thrill of moving into a peaceful, joy-filled future. And look, if feelings of self-doubt or the memories of mistakes or failures from the past keep coming up for you, and I know how that can be, remind yourself that this time is different because you're different. This time you're older, you're smarter, you are more experienced, and you have some great new resources and new information to guide you. Let me say it again. This time is going to be different. Your past does not have to be your future, and you can set yourself free from feeling stuck in the same old stories of fear and anxiety. You can move forward to a life of greater freedom and more ease, and that starts today in this moment. So if you're ready, let's start by finding the perfect place for you to begin your unique journey to healing your anxiety and creating the life you've always wanted. Now, to find that perfect place, we need to know whether your anxiety is showing up on the inside in your thoughts and feelings, or does it show up on the outside in physical symptoms? Now, you may already know the answer because we've talked about it. But if you're not sure, don't worry. I have two ways we can find out. The first is to fill out the checklist of your anxiety symptoms we've provided here for you. Just go down that checklist, check off anything that applies to you. When you're done, use the key to what the numbers mean to find out whether your anxiety is physical or mental. Easy peasy. But if a checklist isn't for you, another way to find out how anxiety is showing up is for you to listen. And I mean, really listen to your body and your mind. And the best way I know to do that is this simple technique that I've created. This technique uses your breath and your sense of touch to connect your body and your mind, and then to focus on that beautiful connection between them. This is so powerful. I really hope you'll do this with me. All right, let's do it together. Begin by settling comfortably wherever you are. Just settle in and close your eyes. Now, put your hand over your heart and pause a moment. Feel the warmth of your hand as it rests over your heart. Feel the connection, hand to heart. Now, begin to notice the rhythm of your breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. In and out. Feel how your heart beats under your palm. Notice how your chest and belly rise and fall as you breathe in and breathe out. Now, as you continue to breathe even more deeply, begin to notice your thoughts. What are you thinking? Are you thinking, hey, this is lovely, everything's fine, I feel good, nothing to worry about? Are your thoughts saying to your body, hey, body, safe for you to keep breathing, just relax and be at peace? If so, your thoughts are not making you anxious. On the other hand, if you are thinking about that ongoing battle with your ex, what you owe the IRS, and that rattling noise in your car, those thoughts are not telling your body to relax. Those thoughts are shouting at your body, hey, all is not well. Something awful is going to happen. Be on high alert, tense up, breathe shallowly, and for heaven's sakes, prepare for the worst, because it's about to happen. In that case, your thoughts are making your body tense. Your thoughts are the cause of your anxiety, which means your anxiety is showing up on the inside. It's an inside job. Okay, take another deep breath and let's continue to breathe even more deeply as you check in with your body. Notice, is your body tense, relaxed, tired, jittery, shaky? Is there a part of your body that's holding on to tension? Is that part tight or stiff? Does any part of your beautiful body feel achy or tense? Do you have any unexplained physical symptoms, a headache, a digestive upset? If your body is tense or sore, or you're suffering with those unexplained aches and pains, chances are your anxiety is showing up on the outside. It's physical. All right, let's finish up by taking one last deep breath and opening our eyes and coming fully present. Hopefully at this point, you have a better or clear idea of how your anxiety is showing up for you. But here's the truth. If you're not sure which one is the right answer, or if you're like me, you realized your anxiety's on the inside and the outside, my suggestion is just focus on what's giving you the most trouble. If you have chronic unexplained headaches, start by working with the outside. If your thoughts are making you afraid to speak up for yourself, focus on your thoughts and the inside. All right, so now we have a clearer idea of how your anxiety is showing up. We have a really important clue about the very best way for you to start this healing process. And hang on, because I think this may surprise you. In Timothy McCall's book, Yoga on Medicine, he describes a study done by John Kabat-Zinn, who is the founder of the Stress Reduction Clinic at the University of Massachusetts, and he is just a world-class expert. Kabat-Zinn says that, and I quote, patients whose anxiety manifested mainly in mental symptoms like constant worrying tended to find hatha yoga or physical activity preferable to mindfulness meditation, whereas those whose symptoms of anxiety tended to manifest mainly in the body preferred the less body-oriented meditation. As John Kabat-Zinn says, people need different doors to come into the room, so to speak. of self-awareness and self-knowing. Some people just can't go through the mind door. They get the body door instantly. For others, the opposite is true. So what does that mean for us? A couple of things. First of all, there's more than one way to heal anxiety. We can use physical tools like yoga, acupressure, massage, dancing, breathing, laughing. We can also use mental techniques like affirmations, reframing, meditation. So we have lots and lots of choices. The question becomes, what's going to work best for you? And that's what we're here about. We're here for you. Kabat-Zinn's research gives us a clue about the easiest, best place for you to start. And this may feel counterintuitive, but Kabat-Zinn suggests when anxiety shows up in your body or physically, working with tools that use your mind are probably going to be more effective for you. So if you have those physical symptoms, where do you want to start? You start by working with your mind. And I have 10 tools right now that you can use to shift your mind, to shift your focus, and to begin your work. And we're going to start right now. Here are 10. Number 1, tell your story differently. Change that story you've been telling yourself, the story of regret and fear and disaster, and start telling your story as if you're the hero or the heroine or the shero of your story, because that's who you are. 2, visualize, practice visualizing positive outcomes, great things that might happen in the future. You know how you're always imagining those terrible things that might happen. At least I speak for myself. I am imagining all those terrible things. But you know what? I could allow myself to imagine all the good things that happen, because no one knows what the future is going to bring. Why not choose to imagine the best? And I'm going to share. I'm all in on this one. Okay. Number 3 is the rule of 3. This is such a great technique for shifting the focus. And especially if you're feeling panicky or you're really having, an anxiety attack, this rule of 3 works so well. And it's so simple. It's 3 things. When you're feeling panicky, number 1, look around and notice 3 things in your environment. Just notice 3 things. Number 2, listen for 3 sounds you can hear. What do you hear around you? And number 3, move 3 parts of your body, and it can be any 3 you choose. Sounds simple, but it's really effective in those moments of panic. 4, read or listen to something uplifting. Have a good book by your bed or a great podcast teed up, ready to go. Really important to make your environment support your decision here. 5, practice affirmations. Now, an affirmation is simply a positive statement in the present about something you would like to have in your life. Doesn't have to be true, just has to be something you want. If you're looking for a job, you can affirm positively that you already have a job that you love, and your affirmation would be, I really love going to my job every day. Doesn't have to be true, does have to be positive. And you repeat that positive statement over and over. I think of practicing affirmations as a way to strengthen those positive connections in your brain, just the way doing push-ups strengthens those muscles in your arms. Just doing them every day makes a difference. 6, meditate and or pray, whatever works for you. Both great ways to quiet your mind. Just do whatever works for you to bring a stillness to your mind. 7, listen to some great music, make a playlist, put the earbuds in, and let the music take you away. 8 is connect with others. Pick up a phone, write the email, text, get together in person. Doesn't matter how you reach out, how you connect. It just matters that you do. And let me add, so important, if you need help, ask. At the same time, don't forget that you have gifts to give. And giving is just as important, maybe more important than receiving. So connect. Number 9, play a brain game. Do a crossword puzzle or a jumble or a Sudoku. Do something to make your mind play. 10, let go. Imagine putting your fears into a silver balloon or yellow balloon, a balloon, and just letting that balloon go and watch that balloon and your worries drift off into the sky. Or be like Scarlett O'Hara. Remember Scarlett's final speech in Gone with the Wind? She says, I'll think about that tomorrow. Great advice. Just say to yourself, I'm going to put my worries away for the day, pack them away. I'll take them out tomorrow if I choose. And then tomorrow, guess what? Put them off till the next day and so on. All right. Those are 10 great ways to change your thinking. But if your anxiety is showing up in your thoughts and your emotions on the inside, I recommend that you consider starting with a more physical approach. And we're starting right now. So if your thoughts and emotions are causing your anxiety, I'm going to go through this list. You start thinking about what you're going to do right now to start making a change. Let me just say, before you start any kind of physical activity, check in with your healthcare provider. We want to make sure this is the best for you. All right, 10 ways to get moving, get your body in motion. 1, breathe. Just breathe. Focus on taking deep belly breaths. Let the air flow into your belly. Let your shoulders relax and soften, and let your body be at ease. 2, go for a walk or a jog or a hike. Getting outdoors, even for a few minutes a day, can make it feel better in general. And getting your body in that kind of motion eases anxiety. 3, do what you love. This is not you have to do something horrible that you hate. Go for a swim, a bike ride, go skiing, rowboat, golf, surf, whatever you love, do it. 4, I want to continue in that vein. Play like you're a kid again. Go fly a kite, play basketball, baseball, jump rope. Whatever you love to do as a kid, do it again. 5, move gently. Practice yoga, tai chi, do some gentle stretchings. You do not have to run a marathon or climb a mountain to calm your fears. You just need to get your body moving. 6, make it fun. Dance, laugh, sing out loud. Again, you don't have to take a class or do something hard or serious to get your body in motion. And if you can make it fun, you're more likely to keep showing up. And that's the magic. 7, of course, I just said you don't have to go to a class. If you love going to your Zumba class or your cross training class or your Pilates or your Peloton, go to the class. Do what you enjoy. Now, 8 may surprise you, but 8 is get busy and do some household chores. Doing the routine chores is a great way to put your body in motion and will help cut your anxiety. Dusting, cleaning out closets, making beds. As long as you're moving, you are easing your worries. 9, garden work and working outdoors, just like indoor chores, outdoor chores, raking, mowing, weeding can help you relax and ease your fears. 10, tapping or EFT, emotional freedom technique. You may have heard about tapping. It's been very popular lately. It's a great technique. It works by using tapping. You gently tap on various acupressure points on your face, your upper body, and your hands while you focus on letting go of your negative thoughts. This physical technique can be a really powerful tool in calming your anxiety. And if you're interested, I recommend you read more about it. And we've offered you a link. All right. So now you have some great ideas about exactly where you should start the process of healing. Having that information is not enough. We are going to put those into motion right now. And I recommend you pick the one thing that resonated with you and that you commit to doing it right now, or at least sometime during the day ahead. Maybe do it today and then do it tomorrow. The trick to making any kind of change is to start small, but the trick is to start. Just do one small thing every day. Be consistent, be persistent, be insistent, and you will be on your way to making a great, healthy change. And be proud of yourself for taking this moment to make that change, for stepping out and moving towards that calm, joyful life you've always wanted, because you know what? You deserve it. So that's a wrap for today. In the next module, I am looking forward to sharing my very favorite tool for getting to know exactly when, where, how, and why anxiety shows up in your life. And then we're going to talk about how to make that information work for you.